3, 4, 5, 6.
Of our national anthem.
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome inside Eddie Bush Memorial Arena here in Collingwood, Ontario, on the shores of beautiful Georgian Bay. My name's Lucas Arger. Glad to be alongside you tonight for some Saturday night Senior B lacrosse action featuring the visiting Ennismore James gang and the home Collingwood Crews. Two teams that are at the bottom of the standings in the Senior B standings will be going head to head tonight. Should be a very interesting game with both teams only having 2 wins on the year and both of them looking to wrap their seasons up on a high note. Your starting goalies for tonight, for the James gang, it will be number 37 in Cole George, who has a 13.61 goals against average, a .522 save percentage, and a 1-6 record. Meanwhile, for Collingwood, it is number 92 in Jackson Hayner. Off the opening whistle, ball will go to Black, who are the Ennismore James gang. Black jerseys with gold and green trim on them. Collingwood is in the white jerseys with teal cross. James gang looking to make something happen early. First possession, shot on goal, saved on by Hayner. James gang with the rebound, opening possession. That's a turnover in the middle. Loose ball, no one's able to come up with it right now. As Ennismore now only have 10 seconds left on this possession. Just gonna try and kill the clock here while they get their defense out there on the floor. Shot on missed. No shot on that play as the shot clock expired. Collingwood with the ball now. They will get their first possession of the game. Graham Bergsma, out of nowhere, sprints towards goal. He makes it 1-0, and the Crews have jumped out to an early 1-0 lead. And that was kind of a broken play as Bergsma took the ball just near the restraining line. No defender came to him, and he said, I'm going to go to the net, and scored, and that's exactly what he did. Collingwood with the early 1-0 lead. Draw one by the Crews. Knocked down, loose ball, and Collingwood will retain their possession. They'll look now to get their offense out. Again, these are two teams that only have 2 wins on the season, so this will be a very interesting game to see if it will be a close game like it was in their very first meeting of the season, or if this could turn out to be a blowout. Ennismore on the run. That's not going to work as they get called for a crease violation. Collingwood back the other way. Ennismore's defender slips coming off the bench. 2-on-1 for Collingwood. Shot on goal, saved by George. Rebound now to Collingwood. They will get a full 30-second shot clock here. Crews looking to make something happen. Seal up top, shot, saved on by George. Almost sneaks through, but he gets a stop on it. And that is not George, folks. I apologize. That is number 2, Riley Finn, that got the start for Ennismore. So correction, not 37 in George, 42 in Riley Finn. Ennismore looking to make something happen. That pass goes nowhere, and that will be an over and back violation. New rules in Senior B lacrosse this year across the country in terms of an 8-second count to get over center, and once you get over, you cannot go back across center, similar to basketball, in an over and back violation. Bergsma looking to make something happen. He will swing it over to the lefties. He's going to try and set a pick and get open. That's not going to work. Both teams very stationary on their offenses to begin the game. Not a lot of movement. Late in the shot clock now, ball will get rolled into the corner, and Ennismore will pick it up, and they'll get a full 30 seconds for their offense to work. Shot on, that gets blocked. And that will hurt, as I believe that Collingwood defender took it to the head. That's never going to feel good. They're going back the other way. Ennismore gets their defense out quickly to prevent any fast break opportunities. Tip pass ends up in the stick of a James Gang player. And Ennismore now setting up an offense. Down to the lefty, shot on goal, save. Collingwood coming back the other way now. Bergsma getting slashed by a defender. He's trying to make something happen. That's not working. Sends it over to the lefties. Shot on goal, that gets missed and tipped up by White. And that will be an over and back violation. James Gang ball. Shot on goal, saved on by Hayner. Collingwood has been the better team on offense as we're almost 5 minutes into this game right now, but it hasn't worked out in their favor as of yet. A lot of call-ups on both teams today as many players' availability was limited due to this game being Saturday night. So lots of affiliated players on both teams tonight, some of them getting their first Senior B action ever. As James Gang go on the attack, that's a shot on goal, saved by Hayner. That gets corralled by the James Gang, and they will get a full 30 seconds again to get their offense out and hopefully tie this game up. Save on by Hayner. He's been tested very early this game. I count 7 shots so far that he has saved. One of them missed the net, so that doesn't count, but I believe he's made 7 saves already in this period as we are 5 minutes into this game now. 7 saves in 5 minutes. I'll tell you right now, there's no way I could do that. Meanwhile, a shot on goal for the Crews. That gets a reset. Trickles back. What I thought was in the crease is not. Either way, it'll be Ennismore ball as they come up across the timeline. No 8-second violation for them. James Gang with it now. Caleb French is going to swing it over to the righties. Shot on goal, another save by Hayner. He's looking solid so far. 2-on-2 the other way, coming off the bench. There's the seal, shot on goal, save on by Finn. Collingwood putting some pressure on them, not able to cause the 8-second violation. Ennismore now has 20 seconds to work with. Trying to make something happen here, but that Collingwood defense is relentless. And they are just putting the pressure on the forecheck. They're getting into the shooting lanes. That's how you win lacrosse games. Get your stick in the lanes, lay the body, and control the ball. And Collingwood is doing 2 of those things very well right now on defense. Meanwhile, shot on goal for Collingwood, save on by Finn. Corralled by Ennismore. They got numbers the other way. For a second, they had numbers the other way. They're going to pull it out and set up their offense. 7 minutes into this game, and it's a 1-goal lead for the Crews. Although it does not say that on the scoreboard right now, Collingwood is up 1-0. Save on by Hayner. Loose ball. Unable to come away with it is the Crews defender, and Ennismore gets the ball right back. Ennismore needs to start getting bodies inside and shoot from the inside if they want to challenge Hayner, who has been solid to begin this game. That's an errant pass that gets missed. Collingwood with the ball now. And they're going to come up across the timeline. Bergsma finds a shot and play in the middle. Behind the back pass, or shot, sorry, that was a BTB shot, misses the net. Ennismore comes up with it. They get across the timeline. Pressure on by Chase Forsyth. Ennismore, despite their offensive miscues to start the game, they've done very well on defense so far. There's another offensive miscue. Errant pass results in 2-on-1 the other way and hits the post. Shot on goal, hits the post, rolls back over the timeline. Collingwood gets the ball. They try to set up their offense, and they're going to send an errant pass away. Ennismore back on the attack now. Oh, there was a leaker in behind, but the Ennismore player was unable to find his teammate back door. Three on four for Collingwood. They don't have the numbers, yet they're going to shoot anyway, and that gets in. 3 on 4 the other way. Collingwood players going to take it out and wire a somewhat sidearm underhand bounce shot that goes top corner, and the Crews are up 2-0. I don't think I've ever seen that ever in lacrosse. A sidearm underhand combination bounce shot, top corner, that gets in. That's not something you hear every day. Nonetheless, Collingwood now have a 2-0 lead as we have played almost 10 minutes of this game. Draw one by the Crews. They have numbers the other way. They're going to look to have numbers the other way. Far side, back door. Oh, that just missed wide. Loose ball in the corner. Both teams fighting for it, 2-on-2. Crews are going to come away with it. Bergsma's the trailer. He shoots and scores. The captain streaking in late, calls for the ball up top, and he makes it 3-0 Collingwood as they are out to a 3-0 lead. And that will result in a quick hydration break for the goalies. In summer ball, it is very, very warm in arenas, and for the goalies wearing a ton of equipment, they must get hot under them. Hot under that equipment, hot wearing that equipment. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but what I am trying to say is that it gets warm in arenas. If that's the point that I got across, that's all I need to know. Face off now, won by Collingwood. Collingwood's draw man has been very good to start this game. He hasn't lost one draw yet. Forsyth is looking for some answers. Forsyth meant to pass that ball to behind his teammate, though that was behind the net. That hits Finn in the helmet and results in a reset for the Crews. Not sure if that was the play, but it'll work. Meanwhile, a shot on. Five seconds left on this possession. Shot misses, hits the backboards, and rolls over the timeline. Ennismore ball coming up. James Gang looking to make something happen. They haven't had a lot of success so far in this game. Despite having 7 shots, none of them have been from the inside. So they need to start either challenging Hayner more from the outside or send a couple cutters through the middle, and hopefully they will be able to get some offense going. And they'll see if they can make that happen on this possession. 20 seconds left for them. If they can get the ball towards the net, Collingwood is just pressuring them up near center. Backdoor pass gets knocked down and gets tipped, and Collingwood will come away with it now. Collingwood back the other way, 2-on-2. No scoring opportunity comes that way. Ennismore back the other way. Another save by Hayner. Hey, but that came from inside. Ennismore starting to get inside now. Full 30 seconds, sorry, 20 seconds now down for the James gang. They get inside. French with a shot. That turns and misses. And that's gonna go. Not sure what happened there, if the officials blew it dead for a towel wipe. But either way, Collingwood with the ball now. Inside, shot on goal, hits the post, full reset. Save again by George. Sorry, that's Finn. Riley Finn in net. James gang have yet to get any offensive opportunities inside yet. And Hayner has been solid from the outside. Part of the reason why Collingwood is leading 3-0. Save on by Hayner. Three on three now. Ennismore late defender makes it 3-on-4. And both teams will get their offense and defensive systems out there. Forsyth's gonna dump it. Oh, errant pass tipped off the stick of the teammate he was trying to find. Just under 7 minutes to go in this first period. Cruz leading the James gang 3-0. And Ennismore has been unable to get any opportunities on the inside on offense, as Collingwood continues to pour on defensively. Forechecking, knocking down passes, and being able to scoop up loose balls. Bergsma with the ball now. He will try and make something happen. As I said, many APs for both these teams, so learning new systems and learning new teammates' names and what to do, where to go, it's very challenging. Bergsman's gonna take it himself. He hits the post. That's gonna reset in a 30-second shot clock. Full 30 here now for the Crews. Missed pass again. Both teams are having some difficulties making stick-to-stick passes. Lots of drop balls have occurred so far in this first period. And as such, Collingwood has won most of those loose ball opportunities, which has resulted in them getting more offensive opportunities, which has resulted in them leading by 3 goals right now. James gang defender player tried to go to the net, saved on by Hayner. Loose ball in front. Collingwood now gonna have a break. Maybe one-on-one the other way. Shot misses the mark. That will go out of play. Gonna be Ennismore ball to restart possession. 5 minutes left here in the opening frame. Collingwood leads Ennismore 3-0. After a stretch of 3 goals in just under 3 minutes, nothing to come of it as of yet. And as I say that, there's another goal. First one from the James gang on a beautiful pick and roll play by Ennismore. Caleb French, the goal scorer. The two-man game, or two-player game, can no longer say two-man. Two-player game is something that occurs a lot in box lacrosse. You come up, you set the pick, or you come down and you set it. You then have the roll, and then if you're the player with the ball, you either pass it or you take the shot. In this case, it was dumped off to French, and he was able to bury it past Hayner to get Ennismore's first goal of the night. Another draw won by Collingwood. They'll set up their offense. Shot on goal, saved by Finn. Backdoor feed, scores. Just as the James gang get one, the Crews have a response off a great cross crease, backdoor feed, and Collingwood restores their 3-goal advantage. As a goalie, it's very hard to go post to post and make that save. Draw one by Collingwood. One-on-one action. He's trying to find a shooting lane, doesn't get it. Loose ball won by the James gang. They're gonna go back the other way. He's going to the net, he's gonna go, shoots. Misses up and wide, and that ball went out of play. Collingwood's gonna retain possession. As I mentioned right off the top of this broadcast, these two teams have already played each other twice. They have split the season series. And both teams are looking to come away winning the season series, but it's not gonna come easy. Outside shot from the Cruise, gets by Finn. 5-1 now for Collingwood. And in the midst of goal celebrations, I believe the officials have given a penalty to the Cruise, and they have 2 minutes for what appears to be unsportsmanlike conduct. So a goal by Collingwood that will stand. It is 5-1 now in the game as the minor officials are sorting out the scoreboard at the moment, but it is 5-1 Collingwood, and then after the goal is when a Cruise player said something to the officials or made some sort of gesture to result in a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and we will see the game's first power play as Ennismore will go to work on the man advantage. That shot doesn't get anywhere. That was almost an over and back violation. Ennismore looking to make something happen on the man advantage. They haven't done anything 5-on-5, so they can maybe do something here, but that won't happen as that shot misses wide, goes over center, over and back violation on Ennismore. Collingwood will take the ball now. They will hope and look to clear off some of this penalty time. Graham Bergsma with the ball. Just ragging it. Sends it over to lefties now. Oh, that was almost a one-hand catch in BTB, but that didn't get anywhere. Ennismore has 50 seconds, 5-0 left to work with in this power play. Ennismore needs to start cutting inside. Despite them having a power play right now, they need to look for some inside looks if they want to try and beat Hayner, because shooting from the outside and missing like that is not going to be able to help them win this game tonight. Just under 20 seconds left in this penalty to the Cruise. Bergsma is just ragging it right now. Looks for the backdoor feed, that goes nowhere. Ennismore now has 10 seconds left to work with on a power play if they want to try and get a high percentage scoring opportunity. But they're just going to hold the ball, wait for the player to come out, and we're back to 5-on-5 action. Collingwood able to kill that off. And as soon as they kill it, Ennismore takes a shot that hits a Collingwood defender. Ennismore get it back, outside shot, scores. Ennismore with an outside look from Frank Coyle, and that cuts the deficit to 3, as the James gang are only down 5-2 after that goal from Coyle. Loose ball. Could be a break for French. Oh, he tries to BTB, doesn't work. Regan Martinell does. That doesn't get anywhere. That's saved by Hayner. Collingwood running the floor now. Going all the way. Shot gets tipped, knocked down by a stick. That doesn't get anywhere. Loose ball corralled by the Crews. 15 seconds left to work with on shot clock. As that pass gets tipped and out of play. Going to be Ennismore ball. Last minute remaining in the first period as Collingwood is still clinging to a 3-goal lead. They're up 5-2. But Ennismore has gotten some better offensive chances in the past couple minutes, including on that power play. They were looking for another one there, but loose ball corralled by Hayner. He doesn't let that go anywhere. Big hit. Stretch floor pass was looking to be caught, and the Ennismore defender came over and just bodied him out of the way. Collingwood looking for one more opportunity, and that's not going to work as that's a moving pick. So Ennismore will now hold for final possession, or at least they should, with 23 seconds left to go in this first period. Or they may not, as Collingwood has a bit of a cherry picker down there near the Ennismore net. So 4-on-4 for offense for the time being. And as that Ennismore shot misses, time's gonna wind down. And at the end of the first period, the Collingwood Crews lead the Ennismore James gang by a score of 5-2. Collingwood had some very good opportunities in the first half of the period. Ennismore capitalized, but the deficit is still 3. We'll be back with second period action between the Crews and the James gang after our first intermission. Welcome back to Senior B Lacrosse action here in Collingwood, Ontario, featuring the Crews and the Ennismore James gang. Second period underway. And off the opening faceoff, it's going to be a faceoff violation against the James gang. Ball going to the Crews. Crews looking to make something happen here on their first possession of the second period. Braden Hickey with a shot. That goes high and wide. Back the other way. Fast break opportunity for the James gang. Shot on goal. Saved by Hayner. Kick save. Colin Matthews with the ball now. He looks for an opening. He's going to send it over to Forsyth. Forsyth's going to go on net. Save on by Finn. Ennismore has been losing the majority of the game. In fact, all of the game so far. But they are looking to make something happen offensively. That ball gets shot on, saved by Hayner. Back the other way. Collingwood may have a chance here. We're in the second period now, so it is the long change. And many transition opportunities are available, as another one could be had right here for the James gang going back the other way. Jack Bucknell with the ball now. He's going to send it over to French. French looking to make something happen. He's going to back up. He's going to send it over to Andrew Lagna. Shot on goal gets tipped, so no 8 seconds. And ball's going to roll all the way down. Crews are going to start with it. Bergsma sends it up top. Gets it right back. Shot on goal. Saved by Finn. Full 30-second reset for Collingwood. Bergsma looks back door, trying to find Hickey. That's unable. He was unable to do that. Ennismore now looking to run the floor. They're able to do it. Ennismore looking for some sort of spark offensively. Maybe it'll happen with a repeat offensive possession, as that save by Hayner goes off his shoulder and out of play. So Ennismore will keep it. Moving pick call. He's going to give the ball back to Collingwood. Matthews is going to run it. He sees Forsyth off the bench. Chris Harlan is going to leave the ball for Tyler Grandal. Bucknell with the ball now. He found Lagna inside, but Hayner said, nope, not on my watch. Chase Forsyth got stuck out there on a defensive possession. He's going to keep the ball, run it up, and he's going to stay in play. He's going to go set a pick for Bergsma, hopefully. Riley Morgan out there on the left side playing some offense. Bergsma with the ball, shot on goal. That's going to go off the shoulder of Finn and out of play. So Collingwood is going to keep it. Matthews with the ball. He tried to find Bergsma inside. That got knocked down. Ball is still loose, unable to find it. Matthews comes away with it. And he will send it far side to the righties. Bergsman out there setting picks. Backdoor feed. Matthews unable to bury it. Save on by Finn. Riley Morgan in there to help him out now. They are challenged by Daniel Atkins. Collingwood comes away with it. Morgan with another loose ball recovery. He's had 3 in the game so far. Oh, that was a nifty play that almost worked. Little 2-player action, a one-hand pass, a one-hand catch, and almost a one-hand goal. There could have been a lot of ones on that play. I don't know. What I do know is that Ennismore has the ball right now. Bucknell gets the seal up top. He's going to send it over to Isaac. Isaac's going to take a shot. That misses wide. As I said in the first period, many missed passes. Teams have been unable to make consistent passes as well as consistent shots. Every now and then you'll have one that hits the post, and then you'll have 6 straight that miss the net. That one hit the net though as Finn makes a save. He makes another save. And after a shot on goal, it's going to be Colton McNutt that gets tangled up with an Ennismore defender, and he's going to get, he had an initial penalty, he then gets another 2-minute unsportsmanlike penalty. So Collingwood is going to be down for 4 minutes, 2 minutes for slashing, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. And Ennismore will go to the power play for 4 minutes maximum. If they score 2 goals, those 2 get, then their power play is over. But they will have 4 minutes to work with to try and cut into this lead that Collingwood has built. Lagna up top for Bucknell. Pass was intended for Lagna, that missed. Backdoor for French. Caldwell shot on, saved by Hayner. Hayner with a BTB pass. He's going to find a defender. He's then going to give it to Edwards, who's in the middle. He was going to look for Matthews, and he will find him. Colin Matthews now with the ball. He had an opening, and he's going to find number 89, Travis Bland, coming off the bench, and he scores a short-handed marker. As it's a 4-goal lead now for the Crews. They're up 6-2. And that goal came with an extra attacker as there was a delayed penalty. That will get washed out. And it's going to remain 5-on-4 for Ennismore as they are now down by 4 goals. So as I said, we remain 5-on-4 for Ennismore. It's a 6-2 lead now for Collingwood after that shorthanded marker. And the James gang are just in a deeper hole right now. Crew Chief Kevin Werbisky having a brief conversation with the Collingwood bench. All sorted now. Both teams are set. And another draw won by Collingwood. They've been able to come away with loose balls. They are still down a player for 3 minutes. If you're Ennismore, I don't know why you're not pressuring right now. Shot on by Hickey. That's going to get saved by Finn. Ennismore is going to go back the other way. They will get their power play unit out there and hopefully able to make something happen. Bucknell at the top. Isaac Newland. The crease. Caleb French is one of the shooters. That's over to Atkins. He's going to send it low. Back up top to Bucknell. No shot on that possession. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Collingwood back the other way. Collingwood bench telling their players to just stay high or create an isolation, get themselves in a one-on-one matchup. Now they're going wide in all four corners, as they still have a lot of clock left to kill. They still have over 2 minutes. But with the shot clock winding down, shot on goal, that's just gonna get knocked down by Finn. And Ennismore are gonna get their power play unit back out on the floor. Legna, down to Atkins, back up to Bucknell, over to Newland. His shot gets blocked. Might be a fast break opportunity the other way for Collingwood, and it is. Jesse Akshu on net, he shoots, gets stopped by Finn. Rebound controlled by Josh Franken. Ennismore electing to have a player near the Collingwood net, so they're gonna have 4 penalty killers right now as opposed to the usual 5. As Bland just ragging the ball, able to get to the middle and get a shot off. That's saved by Finn. Just under a minute left to go in this 4-minute penalty. 47 seconds to be exact. Newland looking for something. He'll send it to Bucknell. That's over to Legna. That's down to Atkins. Back to Legna. He looks inside for Newland. That pass gets tipped. Greenway over to Legna. That gets stopped. Shot clock sounded. That confused both teams. A shot clock violation. A shot clock expired, causing confusion from both teams. Ball became loose. Ennismore picked it up, and they went back over. So that's how Collingwood ended up with the ball, and they're going to kill the last 7 seconds remaining on this power play. A big 4-minute kill early in the second period results in a 4-goal lead for Collingwood, including a shorthanded marker. Bergsma looks far side. He spots Hickey. Hickey comes in, he shoots. That's stopped on by Finn. That's a crease violation. That's no goal. McNutt tried to stick check and pop the ball loose. That doesn't work. Harlan is now going to go in on net, but he elects to pull it out and let the offense get out on the floor. Bucknell over to Newland. Over to Caleb French. He evades a defender, gets a shot off, saved on by Jackson Hayner. And French can't come away with his own rebound, and that's going to result in a breakaway the other way for Franken, and he's going to shoot, saved on by Franken, or by George, sorry. Shot by Franken, saved by Finn. Be interesting if what I said was true. Shot on by Franken and saved by Franken. If you could save your own shot, that'd be pretty nifty. Forsyth with a shot, that gets saved on by Finn. And then a crease violation as he tried to corral his own rebound will result in an Ennismore possession. Ennismore running the floor, gets over the timeline to avoid 8 seconds, which is nice. A shot on net results in a rebound for Ennismore. They're able to get another 30 seconds. Newland, been quiet so far in this game, has made a lot of noise, and just as I say that, he gets a goal. An outside bounce shot goes top corner, fools Jackson Hayner. He thought that was gonna go low and not hit the floor, and instead just hit him directly. But nonetheless, Newland with his second goal of the game, and the lead is down to 3. Second goal of the second period, as we have played just over 12 minutes in the second period, 8:25 remaining. And Ennismore is down 3 with a chance for another one, saved on by Hayner. Another shot on by Ennismore. That's another save by Hayner. He has looked solid in net tonight. Couple of miscues, but for the majority of his game, he has looked very, very good. Pass by Collingwood, got tipped by an Ennismore player and over, so that's not going to be an over and back violation. So Collingwood keeps it, but there's no reset on the shot clock. So they have 5 to work with now. They need a shot, unable to do that, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. And Ennismore is going to pick it up. Breakaway opportunity, doesn't result in anything as Hayner, once again, throws the shoulder out for a big save. Backdoor feed is what Ennismore was looking for on that play. But that pass gets tipped. And we're now... Collingwood appeared to have come away with that, but a loose ball push is going to result in an Ennismore keeping possession, and they now have another 30 seconds to work with. If you're a defender and the ball is loose, just pushing someone on the back without it is just a lazy play and something that I always got in trouble for growing up when I was playing minor. You have to have the discipline to not hit the player when they don't have the ball and to be able to come around from the side to not hit them on the numbers and cause a turnover. And speaking of turnovers, an over and back violation is going to result in a Collingwood possession. They could have had an opportunity there. And just before play is blown in, we're going to have a stoppage for a towel wipe down. Appears to be some sort of a wet mark. As I said in the first period, hot arenas in the middle of July result in sweat marks on the floor, and you don't want to go sliding on those, I'll tell you that. That is no fun at all. Not one bit. Moisture marks are wiped up. Collingwood has the ball, and we are back underway with 6:45 remaining in the second period. Collingwood still clinging to a 3-goal lead, looking to make it a 4th. Hickey with the ball now. He sent it. He was looking for Forsyth. That didn't work. Meanwhile, Collingwood keeps the ball. Shot on by Bland. That gets saved by Finn. And as Forsyth goes to pick it up, that goes off his stick and out of play. Ennismore ball. Chris Harlan with the ball now. He comes up over across the timeline. Ennismore needs either another power play or to start getting inside. That's the only way that they've been able to beat the netminder tonight for Collingwood. And something else I like to point out, I've been saying the wrong goalie's name all night long. Jackson Hayner is not in net, it's Quentin Greenfield. So Hayner is not in the game, it's been Greenfield. Nonetheless though, whichever goalie it has been has looked solid in net so far. Edwards with the ball, he finds a trailer coming in off the bench. He shoots, hits the shoulder of Finn. Loose ball, corralled by the Crews, who I have to say have some very nice jerseys. White and teal with a big ship on the front. Not a bad combination. Edwards tried a behind the back shot, that doesn't work. Ennismore comes away with it. Newland looking for his 3rd goal of the game. Hat tricks are always fun when you score them. Bucknell with the ball now, over to Newland on that left side. He comes around to seal, takes a shot off a Collingwood head. He gets his own rebound. He needs a shot. That misses the net, and that's going to result in a shot clock violation and over and back. So 2 turnovers on that play. will result in Collingwood looking for another opportunity. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Matthews, shot on top, saved by Finn, gets his own rebound. As Finn kicked that ball out, came right back to where it was shot from. Hickey looks backdoor for Bland. He catches it. Can he shoot? He does. Saved on by Finn. Rebound controlled by Nathan Service. He sent a pass up floor. That was missed, but that was controlled by Andrew Lagna. Harland is gonna send it low and he's gonna stay in play. Newland is gonna look for an opportunity. Lagna can't handle that pass. That's loose. And a breakaway opportunity for the Crews. In on net, misses the net widely. Loose ball won by the James gang. Bucknell comes away with it. He may have numbers the other way. He's looking to push it. He goes underneath, takes a stick up high. No penalty on the play. But nonetheless, Ennismore retains possession. Caldwell over to Newland. He comes in off the bench, face dodges, shoots, misses, and over center for an over and back violation. That has been yet to be blown dead. Oh, what appeared to be over and back resulted in being a tipped ball, and Collingwood gets a fresh 30 seconds out of it. 15 seconds left on this shot clock. Caldwell saved on by Greenfield. Ball up for Edwards. 2-on-2 the other way. He's gonna take it in, shoot. He was looking far side, saved on by Finn. Breakaway opportunity, 2-on-1 now for the James gang, but it's not gonna matter as Collingwood's number 21, Colin Matthews, is gonna get called for a slash. As the ball was picked up by the Ennismore player, Matthews with an errant two-hander going for the stick, just missed. I wouldn't say just missed actually, just got him clean right in the cage. And Ennismore will go to their third power play of the game. A 2-minute power play with 2:30 left to go in the second period. Ennismore, well, each team only has one goal this period. They are looking to add to it. Let's see if they're able to do it on this man advantage. Bucknell over to Caldwell, back to Newland up top. He shoots and scores. His hat-trick goal, that's his third of the game. And the lead is now down to 2. So 2 straight goals in this period from the James gang have resulted in them only finding themselves down by 2 goals. It is a 6-4 game with 2:12 left to go in the second period, not first period, that's long gone. Second period now. And off the draw, it appears the Ennismore James gang drawman was tripped up on the play. And we're gonna have a delayed penalty call coming to the Crews. Saved on by Hayner. Oh, and they're gonna say it was an illegal cross check, not a tripping call, but it will be a cross check. And Colin Matthews will go back. Will go back to the penalty box, as you are not allowed to cross-check somebody if they are on the ground. That is illegal, hence the name, illegal cross-check. 4th power play for the James gang in this game. They have 1:45 left to go in the second period. Hopefully they're able to make something happen, but we will see what can occur. Just waiting for the penalty to come up on the board. Ennismore has had their opportunities while on the man advantage, and they have capitalized on a few. They're looking to do the same thing again. Timekeepers seem to be having a little difficulties right now with the clock. So I'm sure both teams are appreciating a quick rest, chatting with one another, not moving around a whole lot. But at the same time, I think they'd be happy just to play, because the quicker that clock runs, the quicker they get their intermission. And we're back underway with the James gang on the power play. Isaac Newland over to Bucknell. He goes down to Caleb French, who looks far side to Caldwell. Inside feed for Newland, was looking for him. Catches it, shoots, just misses the net. And that's gonna come over the timeline, back over center for an over-back violation. Graham Bergsma with the ball. He's getting slashed. That's the price you pay if you are a penalty killer. Take the ball, you try and rag it, you're gonna get slashed, you're gonna get hacked, you're gonna get whacked. And he still has it, looking inside. Oh, great look inside, doesn't result in anything. As the James gang have the ball with just under a minute left in the second period. They'll get their offense back out there. Bucknell over to J.J. Breers. He sends it over to Isaac Newland. Back down to French. French is gonna walk in, shoot, stopped by Hanner, gets his own rebound, True scores. Caleb French with all kinds of time and space has the initial shot, save. Loose ball in front of the net, right in the middle. French able to find his own rebound, and he goes 5-hole on Greenfield to make it a 1-goal contest. So a 6-5 game here in the second period, 26 seconds left, and it looks like the officials are coming together to discuss something briefly. Not sure what about. Matthews versus Martinell at the face-off dot. Loose ball finding Pitt, and it's won by the Crews, who will call a timeout and set up a play. Ennismore seem to be clawing their way back into this game. Down 5-2 at the end of the first. Currently down by 1 as we near the end of the second. But the Crews will look to restore their 2-goal lead as they've called timeout. They will pull their goalie most likely, and they will set up a play to hopefully widen their lead. Bit of a drive for the James gang to come up here today. Ennismore, for those of you that don't know, is just north of Peterborough. So Peterborough up to Collingwood, about a 3-hour drive. Many Ennismore fans did make the trip up today, so appears to be a long car ride, either across the 401 or they may have taken the back roads, who knows, but nonetheless, not the easiest and shortest of drives up here to Eddi Bush Memorial Arena. Goalie's on the bench for the Crews, extra attacker out. And the James gang are sorting out their defense. It will be 6-on-5 as the Crews have 19 seconds to work with. And I think Graham Bergsma is just going to be content to hold it till about 8 or 7 seconds left, and then they're going to run their play. And they are going. Bergsma up top, over to Hickey. Down low, shot on save by Finn. Martinell throws it the length of the floor. Nothing comes of it though, as a great play resulted in a great save. As Finn is getting praise from the Collingwood bench for the save that he made at the end. I'm not the only one who thought that was an excellent save. Cross crease, stuck the stick out, made the stop, and it's a 1-goal game. Collingwood Crews lead the Ennismore James gang by a score of 6-5 after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with third period action in Senior B Lacrosse here from Eddi Bush Memorial Arena in Collingwood. Welcome back for third period of action. Crews lead the James Gang 6-5. Players are set, so are we. We're underway. Third period draw won by the James Gang. Haven't said that much this game. Bucknell takes it. He looks to drive in. He'll step in around the crease. Look for Newland. That's going to get off Newland's stick. Almost to center, but no over and back violation. Newland across the floor to Bucknell. He's going to get a screen. He's going to step in. Save on by Greenfield. Colin Matthews looking for the ball now. He's going to come away with it. And he's going to look to run it up himself. Or he's going to send it up to Jordan Roberts. Roberts back to Matthews. He slips and falls, but Bergsma's there to preserve the over-back violation. 1-goal game as we enter the third period. Both teams are eager for a win, as they haven't had a lot of winning this season. 2 wins each on the year for these clubs. Not how any team wishes their season would go, so they are both eager for win number 3 here today. Byers now with the ball. He's going to wait for Newland to come on the floor. 3 lefts and 2 rights out there for this James Gang offense. That pass gets tipped. Ball loose. Bergsma's going to come away with it now. He has a 2-on-2 the other way. Gets by 1 defender. Now he's an opportunity. He's going to come around, shoot, scores! Bergsma with a one-man effort show puts the Crews back on top by 2. 7-5 Collingwood leads. A loose ball corralled by Bergsma, and as I said, puts on a one-man show. He's able to get around his defender, which results in getting a scoring opportunity. He went far side on Finn. Draw one, another one by Colin Matthews. Scott Edwards coming in now, flips it over, shoots, scores! Braden Hickey. That's his first of the day. And it's back to a 3-goal game. 2 quick goals from the Crews result in them being back up by 3, and Ennismore is probably not very happy giving up 2 quick goals less than 2 minutes into this period. Draw one by Collingwood, and then lost by Collingwood. James Gang in now, shoots, just misses wide. Loose ball slash penalty coming to the way of Ennismore. Oh, sorry, that's not a slash. Looks to be Riley Caldwell that's going to be penalized for holding the stick in the midst of that loose ball as he was trying to get around a Collingwood defender in order to make an attempt to pick up the ball. It appears he grabbed held of the Collingwood player's stick, which are not allowed to do. That will see him get 2 minutes in the sin bin. Bergsma over to Ty Burke, back to Forsyth. Burke to Bergsma. Over to Hickey, back to Burke, shoots, saved on by Finn. Loose ball in front. BTB shot came from Colton McNutt. That misses the mark. It's going to be over back violation on Collingwood. James Gang pick it up now. They have numbers. They have a 3-on-2. Over to Isaac Newland. He's on his wrong side. He's going to elect to run around the net. Tries a crease dive. And that doesn't work as he jumped, landed, and slid. I can see the sweat stain on the floor. He slid a lot. That was a long way on a crease dive attempt, which you don't see very often in Senior B lacrosse, but it can occur. Bergsma back down to Matthews, across to Ty Burke. Bergsma up top. He shoots, hits the crossbar. And that's gonna hit the center scoreboard. And I believe it got stuck up there. No one ever saw that ball came down. I think that's in the scoreboard. I don't think I've ever said that. A ball that's in the scoreboard. Well, nonetheless, it hit the post, so Collingwood gets the ball back. Shot on by Hickey. That gets saved. James Gang have 45 seconds left to go on this penalty kill. Ryan Patterson is going to run it across the timeline. He gets stripped. Matthews with the ball now. Patterson's eating him up. He's holding him legally. Ball off to Braden Hickey. And he's going to send it back door to Burke. Comes around, shoots, just misses the net. Edwards with the ball now. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Hickey to Burke. Back to Edwards. Over to Matthews. Shot saved on by Finn. And that will be the end of that Collingwood power play. As we are now back to 5-on-5 even. 3-on-1, Burke, great stick in the lane by Caleb French to disrupt that offensive opportunity potentially. And Chris Harlan will now work now. He's got 3-on-2, becomes a 4-on-3. They have numbers. Oh, that's an errant pass. That's gonna result in a breakaway here for Bergsma. He's in all alone. Comes inside, back over the middle, shoots, scores. So a 4-on-3 opportunity. So a 4-on-3 opportunity for the James Gang results in an errant pass that goes back over the timeline where Bergsma was waiting for it. He goes down on a breakaway and just dekes out Finn to make it a 9-5 game. And I'm sure Riley Finn is not too pleased with that goal right there and probably not too happy with his defense because there was no defense on that play. As a goaltender, it becomes very frustrating when your defense doesn't have or doesn't put in a lot of effort. But at the end of the day, a goal is a goal, and it's now 9-5 Collingwood. 15:23 remaining here in this third period. Ennismore not out of it yet, but they are going to need to get some offensive opportunities working as Matthews just gets the ball over the timeline. Hickey has it now. He'll send it over to Ty Burke that's on that right side. He's going to wait for reinforcements to join him. Burke, 1-on-1. Shoots, saved on by Riley Finn. Ball comes to the James Gang. Outlet pass. Intended for Boyd to Clemente. DiClemente. That doesn't work though. As Collingwood is going to take the ball back. McNutt's going to run into a shot. That gets saved. But it did go off Finn, so that's going to be a reset. McNutt's going to get the ball back. He dodges. Misses the net on that one. Ball stays in play though, so the crew still have 20 seconds. Forsyth back to McNutt for a third straight time. He's going to send it off though. Burke backdoor, save. Or miss net, one of the two. Forsyth had a shot, that got blocked. Going the other way now, 1-on-1, shoots, saved on by Greenfield. Daniel Clark had a great breakaway opportunity, but Greenfield said nope. Edwards over to Bergsma now. Graham Bergsma, 1-on-1 with Clark, shoots, saved on by Finn. Just another errant pass that the James Gang have been making all game long. And Ryan Patterson was not too pleased right there with another unfortunate, unforced error. Riley Morgan going to get an offensive set here. Travis Bland shoots up top, that misses the net. That's going to roll over center, will be an over and back call against the Crews. Isaac Newland with the ball on the left side. He's looking for something. He's gonna get a seal from JJ Byers. Caldwell with the ball, down to Bucknell behind the net. Bucknell, BTB out to Newland. He's gonna shoot, just misses the net. And that's just out of the reach of Lagna. Over and back against Ennismore. Just under 13 minutes left to go here in this third period. Collingwood with a 4-goal advantage now. They're up 9-5. Bit of a low-scoring affair here in Senior B, but all it takes is winning by 1. Forsyth over to Burke. Burke goes in, he takes a stick up high. That doesn't matter. Does not matter as he's just doubled the Crew's lead. 10-5, Collingwood leads now. Burke came up, set the seal. Forsyth handed him off the ball. And Burke, who is a tall man, this is senior lacrosse, these are grown men going up against each other, is tall against a shorter defender, and he was able to step around Finn for the Crew's 10th goal of the game. Draw one by Collingwood, Bucknell to French, and French just misses. Bucknell almost had that ball, he's looking for it. And that's gonna be Jesse Ashku coming away with the ball. Colin Matthews with it. Over to Braden Hickey. Up top for Bland, over to Ashku. Back to Hickey. He shoots, stopped on by Finn. Daniel Clark away with it now. 3-on-2 the other way, he gets a steal by Harlan, shoots, scores! A rocket of a shot. That goes top corner and bounces right back out. The lead is back to 4 for the Crews. Daniel Clark, 2-on-2, had a trailer coming in off the bench, gets the seal from Chris Harlan, and that's a rocket of a shot. Top corner, high to high, that just beat Greenfield clean. Martinell with the draw win. Bucknell had it. He was looking for French, unable to get there, as that ball is now corralled by Jack Marwick. Forsyth with the ball now. He's gonna wait to get some help. Forsyth's gonna take it himself. Shot gets blocked. James Gang with it now for a brief second, and they have it. And they have numbers the other way. They have a 3-on-2 again. Seal up top, coming around, shot, that gets blocked. Keep the ball, backdoor feed, just missed. Greenfield able to corral that. And Travis Bland will run the ball up now over center. (10-6) Collingwood leads as we approach the midway point of this third period. Pass knocked down. Once again, another 3-on-2 for the James Gang. Saved out by Greenfield. Harland was gonna shoot, but he elects to pull it out, and he will wait for some help. Caldwell looking for Harlan backdoor. He's gonna come over top. He shoots, almost fooled Greenfield, but ball stays out nonetheless. Matthews up to Edwards. He's gonna shoot, just misses. Bland gets it, saved on by Finn. Now you got some rough stuff going on here. Martinell and Bland appear to be mixed up. And we're going to have a penalty here to Regan Martinell. So after a crease call, apparently Martinell didn't like that Bland had made contact with his goalie. So Martinell gives him a good two-hander on the arm, which will result in him getting 2 minutes slashing. Collingwood's power play unit back to work. McNutt to Hickey, to Bland, over to Bergsma, over to Ty Burke, back to Bland, over to Bergsma, across to Hickey. He dodges, shoots, just misses the net. That's gonna go over. 2-on-1 the other way now for the James gang. Harlan shoots. Saved by Greenfield. Still lots of time left on this power play for the Crews to make Ennismore pay for slashing them. Hickey, Bland, shot on goal. That's a reset. And Hickey is gonna shoot it. Just under a minute left on this Ennismore penalty. They will look to kill off as much time as they can. Newland with the ball now. He's getting teamed. He's getting slashed. So as Newland had the ball, shot clock had expired. Shot clock had expired and Newland elected to shoot after it. That's going to result in a delay of game penalty. And now they were down 5-on-4. Now the James gang will be down 5-on-3. So one less player that they have on the floor. Eight and a half minutes left to go here in this third period. Collingwood still has a 4-goal lead. They're up 10-6. And Ennismore not doing themselves any favors by taking yet another penalty. McNutt can't handle that pass, but Hickey gets the rebound. Up top for Bergsma. He shoots and scores. Bergsma with, I believe, his third goal of the game. It's now a 5-goal advantage for the Crews. And it looks like so now a 5-goal advantage for Collingwood. Ennismore not too pleased with themselves, and it's not getting any better for them as they just keep digging themselves a deeper and deeper hole. Martinell back out there on the draw. He throws it forward. Bucknell corrals that rebound. He gets knocked down from behind the net. Still manages to retain possession. He's trying to get stripped, but that doesn't work. He's now just casually just running around, trying not to get whacked. He eventually just gives up the ball, and Collingwood's going to go the other way with it. Bland waiting for some help. Matthews over to Hickey. Bland back to Matthews. Sends it over to Braden Hickey. Down to Colton McNutt. Back up top to Hickey. McNutt can't handle that pass. Hickey corrals it. Shoots, saved on by Riley Finn. 45 seconds left to go in the second Ennismore power play. Harlan down floor. Caldwell almost had that. He still might if he stays on it, but he ran through the crease, so says the officials. That's a turnover, Collingwood ball. Oh, now we have some rough stuff going on by the bench. Looks like Colton McNutt and Caldwell are getting tangled up. And at least McNutt is going to go to the penalty box, possibly Caldwell too. But I believe McNutt is the one that started it. So we will see what the calls are at the end of the day, but it does appear that both of them will be going. And that's what happens in a game like this. Two teams that have 2 wins on the season, late in the third period. They know their seasons are long over. And they're just trying to create some fireworks. Although I think it's a little late for Canada Day fireworks. I think. Today is July 12th, so yeah, they're about a couple days, more than a couple days too late, but nonetheless, both of them will be in the box for minimum 2 minutes. We'll see what the calls are. And remember, Ennismore already had a player in the box, so now it looks like we're going to be 4-on-3. Officials just telling so it appears that Riley Caldwell and Colton McNutt's days are over, as they have been ejected from the game. So they are done. 2 other players will serve their penalties for some kind of game misconduct. And with 7 minutes left to go in this game, third period, hopefully there are no more fireworks that are created and we see some actual lacrosse. Officials just letting each bench know that they have to send a player over to serve the penalties, and the officials are just making sure that everything is correct on the game sheet. So 1 player in the box for Collingwood, 2 for Ennismore. Collingwood needs 1 player off, as the officials say the floor strength will be 4-on-3 for White. And we're all set now. So when it's all said and done, 2 ejections from the game, 1 on Ennismore, 1 on Collingwood. 2 players in the box for each of those penalties, and it's a 4-on-3 power play for the Crews. Graham Bergsma over to Colin Matthews, backdoor for Bland, saved on by Riley Finn. Threw the stick up there for a big save. And Ennismore now has a chance the other way. Turn, shoots, goes off a stick. A shot that appeared to go off of a Collingwood defender's stick did not, so says the official. So it's going to be Collingwood ball, and the first Ennismore penalty expires, so we are back to 4-on-4. Shot on, saved by Finn, corralled by Forsyth. He shoots. Another save by Riley Finn. Defender for the James game then gets knocked over. Ball to Collingwood. Hickey's going to step in. That's a save. And Daniel Clark back the other way. Chases it down. Can he? No. Just out of the reach of him. Bounce pass the other way for Collingwood. They're going to wait to get some players out as we are 4-on-4 for another minute. 6 minutes left to go here in the third period. Shot on, save by Finn. One of the many that he's made in this game. Closing in on 50 saves this game. Chris Harlan back the other way. He's gonna try and get to the middle, gets a shot, just misses the net. Ball still loose. Isaac Newland comes up with it. And he's gonna play a little bit of right. He switches back to lefty, shoots, just misses the net. Caleb French with the rebound. Sends it down to Newland. He's gonna step in, takes a shot. Shot goes off the netting. Sorry, off the net and into the netting. And that's gonna be a James Gang ball. Newland with it, over to James Bucknell. Jack Bucknell, sorry, not James Bucknell, that's Jack is his name. He gets a seal from Chris Harlan. Isaac Newland up top, he shoots. That hit his own player. Caleb French was looking for it. But that's gonna roll in the Collingwood crease and they're gonna get it. Both players comes out of the box, we're 5-on-5 now. 3-on-2 the other way for Collingwood. Ty Burke gets it in the middle. He tries to swim move, doesn't work. He gets in the crease and manages to stay on his feet. Just a crease violation though. Nothing egregious on that play. Ennismore with the ball now. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this third period. Both teams are content to use the 30 seconds, not rush a lot, and just make sure that nobody gets injured in the final minutes of this game. They can still play physical as Bergsma just did right there. Will it result in a Collingwood possession? It will. Bergsman's gonna get it himself. He's gonna go the other way. He's gonna elect to keep it. Oh, sent it far side. He was looking for Jordan Roberts. That doesn't work though. As Roberts got dumped over. So a loose ball push against Ennismore results in Collingwood ball. And they will get it as we're back to 5-on-5. Bergsma over the top. He shoots, just misses. Ball comes out. Forsyth is there to grab it. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Braden Hickey. Matthews sets the seal. Hickey shoots. Save. Edwards finds that loose ball that was missed from an Ennismore defender. Ball found its way to Chase Forsyth, who fired it directly in the chest of Riley Finn. So not a hard save to make, but a save nonetheless. Bucknell with the ball. Or he thought he had the ball, but it's now Collingwood's. Teams have both kind of settled down now, shooting when they want to, taking as much or as less time as they want to on the possessions. And Riley Morgan doubles the lead for Collingwood. It's now 12-6. Riley Morgan hasn't played a ton this game on offense so far, but what does he do? Comes off the bench, finds a loose ball, and he's able to go top side. (12-6) Collingwood, 3:05 left to go. Another face-off won by Ennismore. 2-on-1 the other way. French gonna take it. He shoots and scores. Draw one by Regan Martinell. French comes away with the loose ball, and he goes far side on Greenfield. 12-7 now is the score. So 2 goals, 1 by each team, 8 seconds apart. Sorry, 9 seconds. And a face-off violation on White is gonna go Black's way. And they're looking to go quick-ish here a little bit, as they did have numbers. Caleb French with the ball. He's going to send it over to Newland. Harlan getting tangled up with a Collingwood defender. That shot on by Newland. That goes straight out of play. Going to be a Collingwood ball. Jace Forsyth had a great career in Junior C action when he was a member of the Wilmot Wild, part of the team that went to the Meredith Cup back in 2023. He's now playing some Senior B action here in Collingwood, as he already has a couple points this game. Colin Matthews with the ball. He gets to the middle, shoots, stopped by Finn. Tyler Gradno with the ball. He's going to send it over to Daniel Clark. JJ Byers with the ball. Briers with the ball. He looks up top for Bucknell. Greenfield with the ball up to Scotty Edwards. He's going to send that over to Josh Franken, who will get some offensive minutes right now. He's going to dodge, throws a twister, stopped on by Finn, back the other way. James Gang running right now. They got numbers, 4-on-2. Inside, shoot, scores! Matt Tamlin. D-guy running the other way, and he's able to get a shot on that gets through the 5-hole of Quentin Greenfield. And it's a 4-goal game. That's the good news. The bad news is time is not on Ennismore's side. As just over a minute remains in this contest. Martinell has been much better in this third period for draws, as another one comes to Caleb French. He gets, I don't know if taken down is the word, but he definitely fell down in the crease, and that's going to be a crease call against Ennismore. Collingwood ball, as we have less than 1 minute to play in the third period. Collingwood is just content to hold it, but that doesn't work. As a picked off pass by Clark, he's going the other way. Forsyth on defense causes him to lose the ball. Forsyth strips him, he gets the ball, and they just keep it. Braden Matthews sent it to Braden Hickey. He's just gonna hold it and just run out the rest of the time in this period and the rest of the game. So Collingwood is going to come away with their third victory of the season. At the end of 3 periods of play, the Collingwood Crews earned their third victory of the season, defeating the Ennismore James Gang by a score of 12-8. Appreciate you tuning in and listening and watching this game. We will see you back here for Collingwood's second last home game and game of the season. Game time is 6 p.m. when they host the Six Nations Rivermen. For all of us here at Collingwood Crew Senior B Lacrosse, we want to thank you for tuning into to today's game and enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, Lacrosse fans.